Hey guys, Ryan Walsh here with Hard Money Bankers. Gonna walk you through a live draw inspection, construction draw of what we're looking at when we're at properties here. So we get a lot of questions. How does it work? How do draws work? Why do we have to go to the property? Things like that. So I just want to walk you through a live, real inspection I'm doing right now with a good borrower of ours. So here, basically the first thing I do, I have everything written in my binder here of what's requested for this one. I'd show you the binder, but it has a bunch of addresses in it, so I can't do that. But I can tell you we're looking at granite, fireplace, water heater, and bathroom. That's what we're looking at for this property, specific on this draw request. Now, the reason we go here and look at the property is because we need to know how much is left on the project. So had I not come to this, I would not have seen this, right? Something happened, and that's okay. Things happen all the time. It's all we always encourage you to have additional funds because things like this need to be taken care of. Now, it could have been in one of the trees. That's my guess. I don't know. I haven't spoken with the borrower yet. I probably won't need to. Could have been the dumpster, could have been anything, but something happened here, so they're going to have to repair this. And they know that. The porch still needs to be worked on. So as I come in to the house here, you'll also see here's the fireplace that they put in, right? It's the first thing you see. Now, one of our requirements is the item has to be installed in order for us to release the funds. We do that for multiple reasons. One is so contractors can't bait and switch us. It's actually a move. I probably shouldn't be sharing this because nobody does it, but let's just say this oven was not installed, but they had it on site. They could actually ask for the draw, move it to another property, and leave this one blank. So we make sure it's installed, usually powered on before we release it to make sure electricity is working. But what you can see on this fireplace is larger than the hole they cut out. So I'm gonna have to take a look at the budget. This shouldn't be an issue. They probably just need to cut up higher on the drywall here, and they'll be able to fit this guy in and install it. But we may not release the funds until the fireplace is installed. So yeah, just pointing that out. Let's keep walking through here. So as I'm walking through this, as an inspector today, I'm thinking how much is left on the property. So I see he still needs to do painting, right? The floors look pretty good. It'll have to be cleaned, obviously, but that's at the end. So floors are good, but painting still needs to be done. Looks like electric rough is in. The HVAC might be done. I'll have to see this throughout the house. They put granite in. Granite looks great, right? But they still need to complete the sink, get the plumbing in there, do the backsplash. Right, so this is all things that the inspector is calculating as they walk through that, and it's important, which I'll explain at the end, how we compare the budget of what was requested, what was scoped out, and what still needs to be done. So still all just painting work. If I see electricity is done, I like to test. It looks like I can't hear. I don't want to touch those outlets. I won't touch the electric here, but sometimes if I can, I'll test the electric to see how it's going. Windows all look good. Floor's good again, just needs to be cleaned. So mostly just paint so far, which is good. And I'll just keep walking through, see the electric is working, which is always a good thing to see. Some carpet is in one of the bedrooms, so that's good. Still working on that, it looks like. Again, paint. So here we get to the bathroom. Bathrooms and kitchens, as many of you know, are our most important items. So this is what buyers of your property are first going to be looking at. So make sure you put a lot of time and effort into your bathroom. So they're still working on it a little bit, but this looks great. They did a great job with tiling. This is pretty flush here on the walls. So really great job. I'll have to clean up the tub, obviously. Finish the plumbing. Looks great though. So really great job. Finish some electric in here. Again, more plumbing items they're finishing. On-site laundry. Probably goes in here, yep. Okay. And here's the water heater they wanted us to check. So that is it installed or just, yeah, I think. Is this installed? No, maybe, it might not be. So this looks like it's just on site. So again, it might be another item we have to say, once it's installed, actually that probably uses that, we can release the funds. Just for the same issue I mentioned before, that water heater could very easily end up at another property and not in this one. So that's basically everything I'm looking at the draw, right? Walked you through the house. And then what happens from here is the inspector will upload the pictures to Terry, which many of you have interacted with before. Terry's in our back office. Terry will then send the pictures to myself or Ian or Jay, whoever you're working with. And then we review the budget of what you said was in scope in the beginning. So let's just say this was, a $60,000 project, and you currently have $30,000 left. And I don't know if those are the numbers for this project. I don't have the details in front of me. I would basically then be weighing what you've asked for. So I believe the amount for this one was about $10,000 on this draw. So that would leave about $20,000 left in the project. Now, between the paint, the installing of the items, the cleanup, this is a fast estimate for me, as well as the plumbing finish. You're probably looking at, let's see, bathrooms done, paint, maybe around $15,000 to $20,000 left. Right, especially because they got to repair that roof. So basically, as long as that is on track, we will then release the funds. Perhaps it's close. Maybe they're going to be a little bit tighter, so we might only release half. We might say once that water heater is installed, their fireplace is installed, we will then release. So it all depends on the relation with the borrower, the budget, the scope. Sometimes we just say, hey, you need to send us an updated scope with what's left versus how much money we have left. So it's all pretty straightforward, but it's also the most gray area item with lending and borrowers, because there's no hard and fast rules, right? It's just a relationship you have with your lender and what we can do for you. So I hope that was helpful, walking you through a real draw on what we do. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions, put it in the comments. And thanks for watching.